Hi, I'm Amitti Megged, and this is worthiness-based psychotherapy. And today we're going to talk about the question of what happens when your needs are not being met in your relationship. What needs do you have in your relationship? Love, appreciation, security, growth, touch, sex, sensuality. What do you need in your relationship? And what do you think? Do you think your needs are being met? And how much are they being met? Are they met to your satisfaction? I want to ask you a question. Do you think that babies and children needs are similar to adult needs? This is a question that I ask all my students every year, and they have a difficult time answering it. Because when you think about babies, it seems like they have the same needs that we do. Security, appreciation, love, touch, self-expression. Children and babies, it's the same. Or maybe it's not exactly the same. Could it be that adults actually have different needs than children? Or maybe they have similar needs, but the way they need to be satisfied are different? Is it possible that adults actually need to satisfy their own needs in order to be really satisfied internally? Or could it be that adults need to satisfy other people's needs in order to feel whole and complete? Let's take, for example, the need of appreciation, value. The other person will value me, will think that I'm worth it. So let's imagine that you have a wife that wants to give you everything that you didn't get when you were a child. And she holds you in her arms, and she pets you, and she looks at you lovingly, and she appreciates you, and she gives you everything that your parents didn't give you. And she does it every day, a few times a day. Will you be satisfied internally, completely? And what is the difference between that and satisfying your own needs? Think about, for example, recognition or appreciation. And think about times where you satisfy your own needs, where you do something and you value it, and after you do it, you feel that you are proud of yourself and you give yourself this appreciation. What's the difference? What's the difference between having this need satisfied from the outside and having this need satisfied from the inside? And is it possible that adults actually are much more satisfied when they fulfill their own needs, or even when they fulfill another person's needs? I mean, everybody here who is a parent knows it. How do we feel when we appreciate our children, when we love our children? Don't we really feel great when we give, when we have the opportunity to give to our children? To see them grow, to see that something happens and it has to do with us, with what we gave them. Doesn't it feel us in a most fulfilling way to give to our children? A person might ask, okay, so maybe you're right. Maybe we are much more satisfied when we give ourselves these needs and when we give other people these needs. So what do we need the relationship for? Why do we need to be in a couple? Why do we need to marry? What's the use of it? I had once a girlfriend, and her father left her when she was 2 years old. And she expected me to give her everything that her father didn't give her when he left. And I tried at first, and very soon I found out that I cannot give her what she wanted. And she asked me, so why do I need to be with you? And that is a question that many people ask. Why do we need to be with someone if we don't get what we need? Because this is our picture of relationship. A relationship is a place where our needs are supposed to be met by the other person. So I want to ask you this question. I want to ask you to imagine a possibility of a relationship where needs are becoming a non-issue, where you don't expect your needs to be met in a relationship, but you expect yourself to fulfill your needs, and you expect yourself to fulfill other people's needs, your children or your spouse. So what will be there? What we will gain from this kind of relationship? I don't want to give you an answer to it. I don't want to say the words, because everybody needs to really think about it. I really want to send you imagining how a relationship where needs are a non-issue, where you are not expecting and not thinking that you are supposed to get your needs met there, how will it look? What will be there? And what's the gain? I want to give you a hint about it, a few hints. What about that this is a place, a space where you can express yourself, where you can be authentic, where you can be naked and bring your weaknesses, bring your success, bring your dreams to the relationship. Maybe this is what relationships are for. Maybe sometimes when your needs are not being met, this is where you grow. This is the time that you grow the most. Did you think about this possibility that maybe sometimes we grow when our needs are not being met? And can you imagine a relationship where sometimes when your needs are not being met, instead of thinking there is something wrong in this relationship, maybe you think, well, this is an opportunity for me to grow. So think about the freedom that can happen to a couple where they stop expecting the other person to fulfill their needs. Think about how they can start being themselves, how they can start being authentic and grow when they don't expect the other person to fulfill their needs. Thank you very much.